Coming in at $100, this is the Razer Kishi V3. It's not the V3 Pro or the V3 Ultimate. Those are reserved for larger devices like tablets, like smaller tablets like an iPad Pro or a large tablet like a big iPad. But this is the one that's for your cell phone. So it operates on Android or iPhone with a Type-C connection. You do use the Razer Nexus game launcher in order to like kind of accumulate everything into one place. You can do things like streaming from your PC or just playing Android or iPhone based games. It's a really cool handheld. What makes this one different from the few that I've already reviewed on the channel is that this is part of the Phantom White edition. This is a retro throwback that Razer have been putting together now, and they have a handful of devices, or peripherals, I should say, that use this new color scheme. It's really, really cool. So this is the second video that I've made on one of their Phantom Edition products. So make sure you go check out the other one if you're interested to see kind of what the other products would look like. So the Kishi is a handheld. It's one of the best handheld peripherals that you can get for your phone. Just try to keep my phone running so I can show you what this is like when you put it all together. All right, I'll be tapping that screen every once in a while. Come on, box, cooperate. I'm on camera here. There we go. Look at that. So the Phantom White collection, it spans across a number of different devices. Like there's a mouse pad, keyboard, but for some reason it resonates with me most in a handheld. And I think because that's just the first time I ever saw something like this was with the Game Boy Color, and then I remember the N64 had a atomic purple, or maybe it was glacier color. It was so cool. So like you can actually see the circuitry through here. And let's just get a close look, little sound test. Very snappy. A little louder on that one. It's good resistance on the analog sticks. D-pad, it is standard 4 directions. These are looser. Yeah, these are a bit looser than this options button. And here in the back, slight grippiness on both sides with rear buttons you can access. Triggers are tight in a good way. I really like the triggers on it. From memory, it feels just like the other Kishis. So now, the one thing you have to know is that these rubber pieces can be removed, and there's sizing. So inside the box are other sizes. You'll see if you do some research, which ones they recommend for what category of phone, large phone, thin phone, whatever. But generally speaking, you just pop them out, pop in the one you think is going to work best, and then away you go. So the way it would work is you put your phone in, right? So you expand it, slide your phone in, plug it in at the bottom, and now you're ready to go. So you have a full gaming setup here, and it looks kind of like a Game Boy in that regard. Now, something I just realized, I didn't call this out. You have USB-C, and then you can wire audio through here. So while your phone doesn't actually have, in my case, an iPhone, a lot of new phones don't have headphone jacks. Now you got it right here. So that's super cool. So this is the Kishi V3. Again, it's for phones, not for tablets. And it might work with a tablet if you're willing to give it a try. But there are handhelds, or I should say, Kishi is specifically designed for iPad Mini, iPad Pro, or that similar size. And I think you're better off getting the right one. But if you want the Phantom White edition, you're going to have to get the regular V3. But this is a great controller to snap on to your phone. All right, thanks to Razer for sending it over. Thank you for your time. See you on the next one. Cheers.